Hi, Stampin' Friend. Just wanted to jump on and put out a quick video about our two-tone cardstock. So it was kind of new to us when scrapbooking started coming over to Stampin' Up, probably late fall-ish, whatever. Seems like it's been so long ago, but yeah. The end of last year, we started acquiring some of the things that close to my heart were doing for scrapbooking. And Two Tone Cardstock, I believe, came from some of their product line. So I just want to share a couple of cards that we've done. You may have done them already and realized, but anyways, just to talk about a little bit the benefits of the Two Tone Cardstock and a little bit of what you could do with it. So it does now come in all of our color line. So you can get every color in a solid like pack. And in those packs, this one is Pool Party, you get 12 sheets and it's $10 for 12 sheets of all the same color. You can also get a mixed pack. So there's different color or different like families of them. This one happens to be, well, a partial pack of the wildflower celebrations. And in those mixed packs, yeah, I guess you still get 12 sheets, but I think they're $12. And all of these are 20% off just today, the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So, but the nice thing about the mixed pack, you get two sheets of 6 different colors. So if you look through, there's a handful of some mixed ones if you look in the online store. But then you'll get a little sampling of a bunch of colors. So that's kind of cool. But let me come back to what you can do with it. So we've done some of this, and I'll show you some samples here in a minute. But you can tear it, and you'll see from the tearing that there is a white core to the cardstock. So that's on all of the sheets. And I'll show you a really cool sample with that one. You can crumple it. I mean, I think you can do that with any cardstock, but that's kind of a fun look. You can sand it, and that's something we're doing in this month's class. We're taking it a level up, though, and we're sanding a piece that was embossed. So that's even cooler. I'll show you that. And then fold it. I've done this on quite a few cards. Maybe you've known it and maybe you kind of forgot it, or but anyways, I'll show you some cards with that too. And again, so you have some mixed packs, you have some you have them in all the solid colors as well. So here's kind of just even, of course, one of my favorites, Pool Party. But yeah, I did this as a little gift thing I was doing for some friends at an event. But I did sand it. So if you have a sanding block, which was our little gift this month, you can sand. This is on the lighter side. I think I have this in here because I decided to do it on the darker, which I think, depending on what you're doing, gives a lot more contrast. So I had embossed this. This is the Cheers and Sips, whatever folder. But yeah, then you can see when you sand it, you get more of the white showing on the embossed part. So kind of a nice look. I feel like this is just super pretty to put right onto a card and put a greeting on it. You got a really pretty card. So that's one thing you can do with it. But yeah, there's the crumb cake, if you use that. And this one, just basic beige. But look at the difference in, that's the other thing is just, you get the true color and then a lighter version of that color. So that's just kind of nice to have that. A contrast all built in one sheet of cardstock. So let me show you some samples. So like I said, we've been doing these in class, and you may or may not have noticed, but this was a card we made back in fall, whatever, of 24. So that was when it was first introduced, but you can see that the dark and the light, it's just nice to have that contrast. The other thing is it's 12 by 12 for a pretty decent price. So you can do a few more different techniques when you have a 12 by 12 sheet. And this one we've done, which I copied it then for a swap card too. Same layout, same card. I've done this a couple of times for other swaps as well. But I love this layout, and it's just nice because with this is 4 inches by 12 inches. and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 6 3/4. So 2 3/4, 6 3/4, and then you have, layer it on to just a cardstock base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Nice little layout. You can turn it, do a different direction. But anyways, just shows the front and back, so there's some contrast there of obviously the two-tone. So yeah, I was hoping, and we may get to one of these cards eventually. This was something I did for a camp class that I designed. But yeah, again, just a tri-fold card. It gives you that option, and you have that little bit of contrast there. But gives you, the option to have a larger card base with the 12 by 12, or, that extra fold there. This one too, this was on a, well, I just scored it at 1 inch, and then whatever after the 1 inch, I guess 6 1/2 makes sense. But I made a little, this could be a pocket in the bottom. So another way to just use, since you have the 12 by 12, but that contrast you can kind of see there, that this was with the wildflower celebrations. I had a little bit of each, so that was cool. This one I did for a swap, and here's where I was saying we've torn it, and with the white edge showing, you get kind of, well, for this looks like the white caps, but I love that look. So you have that contrast plus the white in there. So I have like the lighter, then the darker side again. So anyways, that was kind of a fun way to use the two-tone cardstock. And then this one, in contrast, I used the other side. So I didn't want the white showing because it was sand. This we did in our class last month. But you still have the dark side and the light side, which is kind of nice for, it's torn, but just not showing the white side of that. Guess I never put an inside on that. It's not usual for me, but okay. And then also last month, June's class, we did this zigzag. Again, with a 12 inch, it's nice to have the option to, and it's a little thinner weight than our normal cardstock, but it's okay still to make a card base, especially when you have 3 layers to it. But yeah, there you have that contrast again, and that's just kind of nice, And then sneak peek if you haven't done this month, but 2 of the cards this month for July, which didn't even know we were having this sale, but kind of worked right in with my cards this month. But I embossed this piece, which is the two-tone cardstock, and then I chose to do the lighter side embossed up, and then just use that sanding block for a portion of the middle that would show, and there you have that white. And especially with the torn white, I love that, how that kind of came together. So there's that two-tone cardstock. And then last, a little sneak peek also of July's class, but just this, again, a different fun fold that was, it's 12, actually it's 11 7/8, because the fold just measured that way. But if you did this month's class, you'll have the rest of the measurements here. But again, just shows the contrast there, that you have the darker side showing the lighter side of the other side of the cardstock. But it gives, it just gives a nice variation look there, so that it's not so stark and simple, but you have some contrast, which is nice. So anyways, just wanted to give you a little kind of what's up with the two-tone cardstock, or why buy it. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.